Today we celebrate the solemnity of the Holy Trinity, cycle C. Today we celebrate the love of the Father which comes to us through the grace of the Son in union with the Holy Spirit. God is our Creator, and we are the creatures He has made. Our ability to comprehend reality and conceptualize it is vastly inferior to God. The creature will never be able to fully understand the Creator. The Trinity is a mystery to us because we cannot fully understand it, although we have glimpses of it. The secular understanding of mystery is that it is a puzzle to be solved. The Christian notion of mystery is something we know a lot about, but there's still a lot more we do not understand. Our knowledge of the visible universe is a mystery. We know a lot about our solar system, stars, and galaxies. The laws of physics state that matter cannot be created or destroyed, and that light travels in a straight line. Yet in outer space, there are black holes which absorb matter, which appears to allow matter to disappear. Is matter destroyed? And instances where light bends in space. We have to live with the tension of knowing, yet at the same time not knowing everything about God. If not, we shall create a false image of God based on our desires. The golden calf was a projection of the desires of a society dominated by elderly men. The golden calf was a young bull that symbolizes their desires: youth, strength, and virility. As we mature in faith, our image of God ought to mature from the kind and loving grandfather who we describe to children to the loving presence revealed to us in the Word made flesh, Jesus. We must avoid the image of God as a strict judge who wishes to punish us, or the great puppeteer who's in charge of everyone's actions. To love, we must be free to choose. Without that freedom, we will be forced to do whatever God tells us to do. If we believe God is a puppeteer, we can therefore hold him responsible for the bad choices other human beings make that hurt or harm us. For example, if a drunk driver killed our child, some people blame God because they think he's the great puppeteer. He can stop every bad action. Sometimes he does, but he has to give people freedom to make bad choices. 7 blind men went to a zoo to experience an elephant. They formed a line, and the blue zookeeper brought a tame elephant to them. The first touched the trunk and declared, "An elephant is like a large fire hose." The second touched the tusk and thought that an elephant was like a large spear. The next one touched the air and was sure that the elephant was like a foam pad. The one who touched the leg believed the elephant was like a tree trunk. The ones who touched the belly, the side, and the tail deduced that an elephant was like the bottom of a boat, a padded wall, or a piece of rope, respectively. The story tells us that although each had a genuine experience of the elephant was still greater than the sum of their experiences. Likewise, many people have a genuine experience of God, but God is still greater than the sum of all those experiences. How can someone or something be singular and yet plural at the same time? Do we have examples in nature? The smallest particle of gold is an atom of gold. The atom is made up of protons, neutrons, and electrons. And if you were to change any of the particles, the essence of the atom would change. The gold would no longer be gold. Oneness is not necessarily singular. Family is another analogy of the Trinity. What makes a family one? The answer is an unbreakable bond of love. For the bond to be unbreakable, the members must be willing to make sacrifices for each other. The family unity has to be more important than the needs of the individual members. According to St. Augustine, because God is love, love cannot be solitary. Love always goes out of itself. As the love of the Father pours out, it begets the Son. The Son returns this love to the Father, and it is therefore a circular love from the Father to the Son, and the Son back to the Father. This circular flow of love from the Father to the Son, and the Son to the Father is called the Holy Spirit. Where there is perfect love, there is perfect unity. In the beginning, there was only God, and He was everywhere. There were no empty parking lots, no vacuums. Therefore, when He created the world, where did it reside? God was everywhere, and therefore when He created the world, the only place for the world to be would be inside of God. We live inside of God. We live inside a community of love. As I said many times before, if you ever went to the ocean and told a fish, if it wasn't for this ocean, you would all die. And they'll look at you and say, what ocean? What ocean are you talking about? They don't realize that the ocean sustained them. That's why St. Augustine says, in God we live, move, and have our being. In God we live, move, and have our being. We live surrounded by the Holy Spirit. To become one with God, we have to become like Him not in power and might, but in love. Love requires freedom, therefore, we have to invite God, the Holy Spirit, into our lives. If the filter of our air conditioner is blocked with dirt, the air cannot flow through it. Sin blocks the flow of the Holy Spirit through us. Therefore, confession is like a new filter. We cannot be isolated, guarded, or detached. To love, we have to be totally open to the other and therefore vulnerable to the other. Are we prepared to be open to others, to trust and to forgive others, and to make the necessary sacrifices to enter into a community of love, the life of the Trinity? We have to make a conscious decision that we would like to be one with God. We are surrounded by the Holy Spirit, and we need to open our hearts to let this love of God flow through our hearts and radiate back through our lives.